You see my deers? They're hanging out on the other side of the ditch again, just looking at me. Yep. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys because they're so cool. Can I zoom in some more? Yeah, but I'm parked on a slippery hill, so I need to just keep going. So, yeah. What? I waited for 2 days for this. 3? And this is what we get after I just looked and it said I had 12 minutes left. Well, hopefully you can hear me over my defroster. I'm sitting in my driveway and I have to head to town to go to work, and of course I don't have any leeway on time as per usual, but I have to stop at my sister-in-law's house because I made her some Rice Krispie treats. In 2011 I had a surgery, and when she was waiting for me to get out of surgery, my sister put sprinkles on some Rice Krispie treats she made for me, because that's probably my ultimate favorite treat. And ever since then I can't not put sprinkles, although bless her heart, she was a baby then. And so was her friend. They were probably, how the hell old are you, sister? They were probably maybe 20 years old, and they didn't, I don't think they knew how to make Rice Krispie treats, and I think they just put, I can't remember, but I think they just put like a bunch of Rice Krispies and marshmallow fluff from a can and didn't put like butter or anything, or something was weird and they didn't really turn out, but we still all ate them and loved them. I can't remember the whole deal because that was a long time ago and I was like just getting out of the hospital, so I don't have a full accurate memory. I do know that I made chili that night and like deep cleaned my whole house the next day because I couldn't deal with being home like and not having something to do, because you think I'm neurotic now. I was more neurotic then. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just waiting for my defrost to kick on. Because I'm lazy girling it and just running the defrost instead of scraping my window, which means I'll probably have to replace my windshield wipers much sooner. But I digress. My dude is home sick today. He went to work this morning, but he was home by like, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock. No, it was earlier than that, I think. Actually, I don't know what time he got home. I stayed up till 4 to babysit the fire so that it would not go out in the night while we were trying to sleep, because it's really cold. But it still went out because apparently I did something wrong with the flue on the wood stove, but it doesn't matter. I was irritated when he got home and I didn't know that he was home sick, and I was mad that he was mad about the fire, so I just rolled over and went back to bed till like noon because I was being a brat. But that, yeah, he's sick. So when I got up, I made him a big giant pot of matzo ball soup and made him a huge Yeti cup of the tea remedy and set him up just now so that he could take like a super hot bath with Epsom salt and stuff later tonight when he felt more like up to going and drawing himself a bath, and left the rest of the matzo ball soup in the Instant Pot. This is a gray hair. You can't even see it, but it is the grayest of gray hairs. I'm getting like a gray thing happening right here. I hate it, but that's life, I guess. It's gross, but you know, I've had gray hair since I was a little girl, but now they're coming in more. Probably need to not fall down that rabbit hole. Anyway, yeah, so I'm getting him all set up, or I have him all set up because he's sick like I was the beginning of November. And I sure hope it doesn't take it out of him for a week like it did for me. He's asthmatic, but it seems like he doesn't suffer like as much as I do when I get sick. And he smokes. And it seems like my little lungs are just like sensitive to everything or something. I don't know. Or my body. It's not my lungs so much as my body. Actually, you know what it is? It's probably because I'm so overweight and he's not. I mean, that's just probably the long and the short of it there. Anyway, I'm throwing my makeup on so that I can get down the road because I have to deliver those Rice Krispie treats, and I thought I'd turn the camera on to get some filming in. What did you think about those owls? I think that they'll probably be back tonight. I would bet you by the time I get home tonight, they'll be out doing their thing. Because they've been, from the time it is like dark till the sun comes up in the morning, they've been out just a hooting. Yeah, I love owls. I know that they're like supposed to be a bad omen and stuff, but I love them. I don't care. Okay, so let's get going down the road. Oh, yesterday I was waiting on my dude. He got his duck mount, the last one, back from the taxidermist, and he was afraid of it riding in his truck home, so he wanted me to pick it up. Well, I went to his work, and he had to give me his like share of rent so I could pay rent, and I was waiting for him outside of his work, and he was busy. I'm just gonna do this right now, and I literally sat in his work parking lot for an hour waiting for him, like a weirdo. Yep, I don't even remember what my dude just told me he named this duck. But anyway, it's his second duck mount from the same hunting season as the other one. Look, I waited so long for him that I started cleaning out my car. So that's some trash and groceries. Fun combination. But we're headed home now. So I started to clean my car out. You know, like, have you ever done that where you're just sitting, so you like go through your stuff in your car? And I was like watching The Nanny, just propped my phone up and watched The Nanny basically, and cleaned out my car. But all it is a bunch of piles, so it's not like any actually cleaner. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I forgot I cooked a turkey yesterday to get it cooked off because we just got like a whole elk processed. Somebody gave it to us. It's not like it was one that he got or anything, but I didn't have room in my freezer for a turkey that my sister brought me at Thanksgiving, I think. Her work gave her a turkey. And I was gonna serve it at Christmas, but then we had wild turkey. Well, so I cooked it off so that I could have like shredded turkey in the fridge for all week, because I love to, I should do like a video maybe tomorrow, especially if my dude goes back to work tomorrow. I'll do like some food prep because I haven't done that in a while, but I should do a video where I show you how I like to keep my fridge stocked with prepped food so that you can just like throw a meal together and stuff. But I don't remember what I was telling you. I did that. Oh, I was just frustrated because I had the carcass on the porch, and I was gonna drive it down to the dumpster on my way to work, and I forgot to do it. So I better let him know that right now. Yeah. So his matzo ball soup I made like really fancy because I like it with just like the way it's made on the box, with just like the broth and the matzo balls. And he likes other stuff in it. So because I made our rice today for the week, I put some rice in it, and I put some shredded turkey in it, and sometimes I'll put veggies, but I didn't do that this time, and jazzed it up for him because he likes stuff with more substance than I necessarily need to have. So I have this Instant Pot, and I haven't really been able to give it too much of a shot yet because it intimidates me, is the honest truth of it. But what I did was, since everything was already cooked, I just threw it in the Instant Pot and used the keep warm setting and set the timer for 99 hours or 99 hours or whatever it is, 99 hours and 59 minutes. I don't know, if you have an Instant Pot, you know, but it was like the longest setting. And hopefully that works, but it says it keeps food between 140 and 172 degrees, which is a food safety thing. Like, so that is the appropriate holding temperature range for food safety. Like, so if you go, say you go to like a buffet, and like you go to the Chinese buffet, for example, and there's all these hot dishes out that are like, you know, the lo mein noodles and the little pork skewers and the shrimp and all that stuff. Well, that has to be the hold temperature above 140 degrees. And then for like the integrity of the dish, that's why the high end's at 172. Because if you keep it at like 212, first of all, that's boiling temperature, right? So you're gonna overdo the dish, it's going to be yucky. You run the risk of burning somebody. So I thought that was really cool that it was already programmed to just keep it in that range. So now I'm all excited about this Instant Pot, and I'm going to make more Instant Pot stuff over the coming like period of time. I had thrown out my crock pot last year or the year before even, maybe, because I had that crock pot since the same like month that I had that surgery I was telling you about, and it did wonders for a long time, and then it started to kind of crap out on me, and it was like the only thing it would do was like burn food. So I threw it out, and we have a sous vide, and then we have this Instant Pot, and allegedly, I mean, that the sous vide 100% does a better job than the crock pot ever could ever do. It's just that like the crock pot, there's elements to it that you miss with a sous vide, right? Because a sous vide's like a wand that goes into a receptacle of water that you set up, and then it circulates the water at an even temperature for whatever period of time that you set it at. And and then you seal the food in bags. We use our Food Saver for it, but you can also just kind of use a slider Ziploc bag and press the air out of it, then clip it to the side. And so like, for example, when my dude's making steaks, he puts all of the jazz on the steak that he wants, seals the bag up, puts it in the water, and then like he cooks it for like an hour and a half at 120 degrees or whatever. Like I think that's like roughly what he does. It's an Anova. I'll put a link for it in the description. That's like the popular brand to get, and we've had it for like 5 years now. It was like one of the very first big Christmas gifts I got him because he really wanted it, and he does an amazing job with it. So it cooks for that. So it cooks low and slow. Like the best corned beefs I've ever made in my life I have made with that thing. But you can't really cook like, I suppose you could cook soup in there if you put it in a sealed bag, but that's like kind of weird. Or like I like to do crock pot hot chocolate at Christmas time because he has a very big family, and we usually do something with everybody at Christmas time, and everybody loves my hot chocolate, and so I like to just like make a big crock pot of it so people can just ladle out what they want. I think the Instant Pot will be really cool for that kind of stuff. A sous vide, if you've got the funds to like get one, I had to save for like 2 months to get this. It was less than $200, but regardless, I had to save for a long time to get that because I knew that's what I was getting him, and it's been awesome. By the way, I'm so excited. St. Patrick's Day is coming up in like 6 weeks, and I corned my own corned beef. I made one for my parents and one for me out of a brisket from a Longhorn steer that we bought half of, and I processed that half of from my landlord. So that's cool. And I guess this is just going to be a rambly update video because speaking of my landlord, we had her come over last night. We had a really good talk with her. Because as I had told you previously, my dude had his buddy from the electric company come over and look at the problems, and he told her like what needs to be updated and stuff. And she had made an offhanded comment about how that house was a money pit, and he made like a side comment about how if she wanted to sell it, we could talk. And she was basically of the mindset she didn't want to sell it. She'd rather bulldoze the place than sell it because she doesn't want to lose the water rights to the property. Well, I'm going to butcher this explanation, but I don't know how it works everywhere, but at least here in Wyoming, you get water rights per acre that you pay your taxes on and stuff, and it goes with the acre of property, and it has to do with how the irrigation water comes through. And the irrigation district is what like built this town. So that really doesn't have anything to do with what I'm trying to say. But so a lot of people don't like to sell property when they've gained water rights, and the irrigation doesn't even come onto our property, but they still get the water rights for it, which is like an allotment of an amount of water as it comes down the line for the landowner to use to irrigate crops, to fill ponds, to mostly to irrigate crops, but also people use it to like fill their stock ponds and stuff. So now I've got my gears turning and I got my mom kind of on it too. We have to like spend some real time. And I want to talk to my friend that used to work down the hall from me about it too, because she would really know, because I want to make an offer, because she didn't even balk at the idea of rent to own when my dude brought that up to her. So I want to make an offer to her that's like good for everybody, because she's so afraid of losing the water rights, and we don't need the water necessarily, because I'm not raising crops, right? Even if I was just had the property, I would just be farming. So, and the water table's super high where we live right now. So I mean, I would just be farming like a small acreage, like not even 1 acre of actual food in the ground. So anyway, yeah, that's exciting. Like, I don't know, right? Like, that's ridiculous to just be like, well, tomorrow I'll talk to her about it and we'll start the process in March. But I'm super stoked. In fact, I might call my boss, my old boss, and talk to her about it. I don't know. So I guess that's just an update. I didn't know where I was going with this video, but I wanted to just talk to you guys. So cool. I am like a block away from my sister-in-law's house, so I need to drop these off to her so that I can get up to work, which is across town, so I can get to work on time. So thanks for riding with me, and I will talk to you later. Bye. So yeah, he's such a pretty duck with his little curly curls.